Hello, my stamping friends. This is Renee Novak at blessedbycards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I'm coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Today, I am sharing with you day number 10 on our 12 Days of Christmas journey, and I am sharing with you 3 cards today using the branching out bundle. So our first card, I'm using the stamps and a couple of the dies from the bundle, and the other 2 cards I'm going to be using just the stamps and sharing with you other ways to use other bundles that you can create cards with this stamp set. Okay, so again, this is day number 10 of our 12 days of Christmas, and for this first card, I started with a real red card base, and I added a layer of the basic white, and before I added that layer I stamped with the branch and with the pines across the center of that, and I added a few at the ends and at the top. And then before I stamped this, or before I mounted this one on the red, I tried to line up the best that I could the vines going through so it looks like one continuous design. So you'll just have to kind of lay that down and put a little pencil mark right where you want to stamp that branch, and then I just stamped the branch and added the pines, and it looks like it's all kind of one stamp. And so I used the bundle dies to cut out the stamped image from white and then real red, and use the wishing you a day filled with many happy moments, and that is stamped in early espresso. So I have early espresso, real red, and mossy meadow, and that is all on a real red card. So that is card number 1. Card number 2, I stuck with the mossy meadow theme, and I added a layer of pecan pie. And before I did that, I embossed that with the exposed brick embossing folder. And then I cut out a circle from the Spotlight on Nature's dies, and then I just added my branches and my pines. I used the pecan pie for the pine cones on this one, and then added a little bling and the happiest birthday wishes. So you don't have to use this set as a Christmas set if you want to use it for birthday or other events. So that's card number 2. Card number 3, I use similar, the embossed exposed brick, and again the pecan pie, and I layered that on a basic white card. And then I took a strip of white and I stamped the branches going up and the branches going down, and I again used mossy meadow for the pines and pecan pie for the pine cones. And then this with sympathy, this is actually a die from the Unbounded Love. And so what I did was I stamped that and cut it out, and it's a longer die. So I cut the whole die out, and then I put it back in the Stampin' Emboss machine and cropped it right by my greeting. So I first cut the white out of the die, and then I stamped the greeting, and then I cut it off again where I wanted it. And then I kind of lined it up with this underneath here and just stamped on the very edge of this so it looks like one continuous. And I did put some Stampin' Dimensionals on that greeting. Then I just used an early espresso ribbon for a little bow, and that is card number 3 with a sweet little sympathy note. So that's card number 3, and that concludes today's 12 Days of Christmas, which is day number 10. And so you can join me next week for our last 2 days of this 12 Days of Christmas tutorial series. So thanks so much for watching. Hop on over to my blog at blessedbycards.com, where you'll find a free download of all the projects, the supplies, and the measurements and pictures of how I created these cards. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, be blessed.